Welcome back to 10 Cents Podcast. I'm your host, Robert Brown, and sitting across from me is my co-host, Adam Nilsson. And finally, we're back.
Oh, Robbie.
It's been a couple weeks.
It's been rough.
It's
been real rough.
I went from being like, not busy.
Yeah.
Got a new job.
Yeah.
Busier than
a new
fuck.
position.
Yeah, new position. Busier than fuck.
Yeah. What's that like?
You also have been busier than
Oh, gosh, dude. Last week, I literally didn't see my kids from basically Sunday night when I put them to bed until I went home kind of early Thursday so that I could sleep for a little while because I had to come back in Thursday night. But I didn't see my kids in the middle there because by the time I got home, they were in bed.
Right. Working them crazy
And I
hours.
leave long before they get up to like 2 hours before he gets up.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
yeah.
So yeah, that's why we didn't have a
It was
podcast.
gross. Things are starting to stabilize a little bit for me. So here we are.
Yeah, doing a show.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to talk about, so let's just wrap this
That's
up.
not true, Robbie. Where should we start?
I don't.
What do we want to do? Where are we going with this?
Let's start with my green car.
Okay. Yeah. Green car. That's what it is.
Well, you thought it was a green car.
I did. You went through an absurd amount of effort to like make me think it was green for no real reason.
Yeah, because Ryan made a comment. He's like, "Yeah, hyped it up, and all it is a color change." I was like, "I never hyped it up. The whole joke was to fuck with you. I only wanted you to
It
think
got
it
to
was.
the point where I was just like, I don't even fucking care anymore.
I just wanted you to think I was going to make it green. That's all I cared
I
about."
literally was at the point where I was just like, I don't even care what he does anymore.
Well,
I'm so over this
the worst part.
because it kept getting stretched out.
That was, I bet that added 2 months. So, if anyone's on my Facebook, you will see that I have a blue car now. So
It's on Instagram. Yep.
Facebook too, right?
Well, yeah, but it's on Instagram. That's where most people are going to find it.
I don't know. Why is this opening in fucking? Okay, never mind. I don't know what happened there. Like, open it on the web page.
Yeah, it's weird.
But anyway, so yeah, I vinyl wrap my car blue,
Yep.
and then
Just like the good old days.
yep, just yeah. So this is like a metallic blue.
It's not quite the chromy blue, is it?
No,
That you
it's
had
like-
for the 240?
No, the 240 was a satin or a matte chrome.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
And this is just like a glossy metallic blue. So it pops really well in
Yeah, it looks
in
good.
color. So
It
like
looks good.
the picture I that's posted on like the on the magnets.
Yeah, the petrol box magnets. You fucking dick. Jeez. That's what I think is the craziest is you went through like this went high up in the food chain to like
Yeah, so that
reach me.
Yeah, so really honestly like this what like to me it's like it isn't a huge change. Like the color itself wasn't a big deal. Like the whole
Yeah.
thing was just to mess with you.
Yeah, well, I'm shocked. Long-time listeners.
But yeah, so I was just gonna wait until I had it done. I was just gonna post it on Instagram or whatever. And then E-Man messaged me was like, it would be really funny is if we put it in a magnet and then put it in a petrol box, and that's where Adam saw it first. I was like, yeah, that would be funny. And then, so I had the car's been wrapped since like fucking February.
Yeah, I know.
Like a long time.
I know.
And so then I go to the local vinyl place and I was like, here's the Grid Life sticker pack. And I messaged Kyle directly and I said, Kyle, this says 2022 on it. Are there going to be changes to the Grid Life color scheme? He goes, no. And I brought them to the sticker people and said, here, print these for me, please. I want my number on it.
Yep.
And I want actually, I didn't want to change the color. I literally just wanted the Grid Life stickers, and I wanted it to be the same as what they were going to come out with. So then a week later, Grid Life announces that they're changing the color sticker packs for 2023, and I messaged Kyle directly. I was like, dude, are you kidding me right now? But luckily, they were swamped.
Yeah.
So it kind of worked out that I was like, time out. Put me back to the back of the line. Let's wait till we confirm this. And
Yeah.
luckily, like what I was going to do, actually, originally, I was going to have it all the accent colors were going to be red. So everything that says GLTC, all that was going to be red. Like the banner has that currently.
Yeah.
But like everything else was going to match that. Everything was going to match the banner. So it was going to be white grid life. Everything in GLTC was red. Everything on the car that's accent colors is white and red. I kind of changed my mind after I gave that to him. I was like, let's just make it the GLTC green. Let's just like have it match the sticker pack.
Right.
And then, so then I told them that, and then Grid Life announced they were changing the sticker packs. And then I went back to him and said, okay, just change my mind. I want them green. Green light to do it. And then like a week later, Grid Life goes, so if you haven't, we're going to have everyone register their numbers. And I was like, God damn it. So I had to call them again and say, okay, turns out I don't have my number locked yet. Put me to the back of the line again. So luckily no one had 95. And then I'd never ran into it where someone else had that same number as me. And I was like, but guaranteed.
Yeah.
If I have them printed, someone's going to claim it.
Yeah.
Luckily, no one did. I got 95. I have no affiliation with the number besides the fact that Grid Life assigned it to me a couple of years ago.
Okay.
But I didn't want to change it now.
Right, yeah. Now it's your lucky number.
Because I was probably just going to go back to 9 because I ran that on the 240 for forever.
Okay.
And then 22 has always been my number, like growing up. For whatever reason, I just picked 22.
Okay.
My basketball number. That's all I really like.
I don't have a number. Like, that's a thing a lot of people have. I don't have.
No.
Excuse me. I don't have a number.
No, because I did 22 in basketball. I think it was just assigned whatever number in football.
Yeah.
And then like I didn't do any like competitive BMX, but like if I would have, it would have been 22. And then whatever number was assigned, I didn't give a shit as long as I got the same number every year.
Right.
So I'm number 95. So
fair enough.
Well, I kind of considered going 350 just to be that guy.
Right.
But
Dalton is 206.
Exactly. I almost went 350. I was like, I don't want to change my numbers. Plus, that's 3 and whatever.
That's 3 digits.
I just want 2 digits.
Also, that's not that cool.
It's not.
It's kind of lame.
I talked myself into the fact that it is lame and didn't do it.
All right.
Hence,
I'm glad that we.
Hence that it's 95.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, so by the time. So yeah, the car's been wrapped blue since like February.
Yep.
I was waiting for the Grid Life GLTC stickers to come in. That at least added almost a month and a half by the time we got done jacking around with it.
Yep.
And then a week before that those were ready to be done, I was like, you know what? I want NASCAR numbers. So I was like, you know what? I do want a fucking roof number. And like,
well, yeah, you got to have a roof number.
So like I had it all figured out, and then I found this website that you could kind of like, they had a bunch of different designs and you could customize them. So I spent like an hour and a half just kind of like tweaking it and getting it getting the right colors I wanted. And I ordered that, and that added another week and a half to the whole process. So then finally the car's done, right?
Done.
Well, the vinyl's done finally, because I mean the car's been done since like December.
Cars are never done, Robbie.
That's fair. It's completely currently assembled.
All right. You could race this weekend if you wanted to.
Oh yeah.
If you had if you were gonna,
the tune is probably 10 horsepower down, and
oh, that's right. You still got to get a tune, don't you?
I mean, I even as it sits,
it's competitive.
It's remarkably more competitive than what I had last year.
Probably.
Like the leaps and bounds more competitive.
Probably.
Even being 10 horsepower down.
Yeah.
So I get it all, like, because James from King of Motorsports did all the vinyl cutouts. So like the Factor Fab, the 1010s podcasts, obviously the King of Motorsports, and then John sent me the Petrobox sticker, and then the Fortunato sticker is obviously from Fortunato.
Oh, I didn't know if it was, or if you had that one made since it's red.
Nope, they have a bunch of options on their website.
Yeah,
they just randomly sent me the red ones.
Oh, well, look at that.
It's like they knew.
Nice.
So that worked out. But then, so I get it all done, and I take a picture of it, and I send it to E-Man. I was like, well, when's the next box going out? It's like, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So this should have been done like forever ago. Well, it's been done like forever ago, but yeah, because I had committed to putting it in a Petrobox just to mess with you more.
Yeah. Weird. So then.
The worst part was you didn't even notice.
I didn't. So E-Man texts us the group on Saturday, and he's like, man, this Petrobox this week or this month, I'm like, dude, it
was a good Petrobox.
I got it like Thursday.
Yeah.
But I'm so busy, I hadn't even opened it yet.
So I opened it Thursday and was messaging E-Man. I was like, it's a good Petrobox. It's like, because this one had a bunch, like this shirt.
Yep.
My magnet. What else did I have in it? What card? No, I'm blanking. But like I opened it, I was like, this is all good shit.
The Legends pin.
The Nissan pin, yeah.
Oh no, I got a Firebird.
Oh no, I got the Nissan.
I got a like a late second gen Firebird. Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am is what
I got the imps. Sure. I got the
sticker. I think was
the sticker.
The pin was a Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am.
No, I had the same pin.
Oh, I didn't get the same pin. I got Smokey and the Bandit, which I'm pretty excited about.
He probably did that on purpose.
Yeah, he knows. He knows his market. So. But so I opened it and I was just like, oh yeah, sticker Z, whatever. It just kept like going. Like I didn't even look at it. Didn't notice that it said Robert Veerhout on it, and I didn't look at it close enough to realize it says 1010's podcast, and it's kind of dark on the picture.
It is darker than I wanted it to be because I waited too long.
And the magnet, it makes it the way it's printed on the magnet. It looks darker.
It's even darker on the magnet. Yeah.
And so it didn't even register in my head. I totally missed it. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Another Z, I guess, whatever. But when he the way that Evan said it, I just assumed that it was something in that box that was going to be like this, that was like specifically to annoy me.
Yeah, of course.
Because that's
that's how petty we are.
That's what we do. Like John sends these to thousands of people a month, and somehow E-Man conned him into doing something that will annoy me specifically. And I saw the shirt had a wheel on it, and I instantly assumed it was a 3-spoke wheel appreciation T-shirt or some bullshit.
It isn't, by the way.
No, it's not. But that's what I assumed it was, is that it was going to be one of those dumb 3-spoke wheels like what Jabay has.
Yep.
It was going to say something about 3-spoke appreciation society or some shit, which
that's next
will
month.
Be in next month's box. You're welcome, John. But I like, so that was what, and then I was like, okay, well, yeah, there was some cool stuff in here, I guess, but I don't know what E-Man was getting at. Totally missed it.
That's hilarious. But also very disappointing because I obviously got mine on Thursday, and we're messaging. Like, we had a little group chat of me, John, and E-Man because he was supposed to send me these stickers or these magnets in the box.
Yeah.
So I opened the box. And I had one magnet. I was like, so I immediately responded to the message of him saying he was going to send me a bunch with the gif of that guy saying, "Well, that was a fucking lie."
That's aggressive, Robbie.
Obviously, he got them to me.
Yeah.
But so then we literally Thursday night are sitting there messaging each other, waiting for you to open your fucking box.
I was working, Robbie.
And then I finally was like, so did it even deliver to him today? Did you mail it to him? Like, did you forget? Like, we'd go to all this work and you forget to mail it to him at all? No, it got delivered today. And then you didn't open it till Friday.
I didn't open it till Saturday morning. It was Saturday, Robbie. I slept all day Friday.
That's right.
I got home. I worked. I had like 2 hours at home Thursday night, and then I went back to work. And I got home at like almost 11 o'clock Friday morning, and just I was out, and I was asleep till like 7:30 Friday night.
Yeah. After the week you had, don't blame you.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we could make it better.
So.
With magnets.
Yeah. It's on my fridge now, Robbie.
Yes.
Don't worry.
The only ones that I have like in front of my lift, I have Ryan's, Dalton's, and mine.
Right.
And then the rest of them are all like on the back of the lift, just like the whole top to bottom at this point, basically.
Right.
So yeah, the ones that I care about are the ones that are up front.
Your friends.
My friends.
I appreciate that. I should send a picture of the Omnian sometime.
Yeah, you should.
Get a magnet of my own.
I would love that. That'll go on the lift. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll go on the back of the lift.
No, it'll go on the marker board next to the other ones.
So,
yeah,
it looks good, Robbie.
Thank you. I'm really happy.
It.
I like how it looks.
Yeah, it's not it's just a color scheme. It's not inspired by.
It's similar to the
Vintage 2.
It's similar to the Calsonic livery.
Oh yeah. The
Calsonic
GTR.
They do. They
Or did they have a Z?
They do have a Z, but the one I pulled off of specifically, I think was actually like this one here. So it's obviously not a copy.
No.
Wow, terrible. Thanks a lot. There, let's do that. Yeah, so mine's similar to that. Obviously, I didn't want to just be like kill Sonic and then have it be like identical, but it's
right.
That popped up one day. I was like, God damn, that looks good. You know what? The Z would look good like that. So then I did it, and then even like on the picture on the magnet, I don't have the. I basically just had a small strip of red on that side splitter, and I decided that wasn't enough. So I guess I don't have a picture of it now, but like basically went back and redid the whole thing, so the whole bottom piece is now red.
Oh, okay.
And so it just pops a little bit more. But.
Okay. I was like, we'll go 60% sure that the magnet was still a Photoshop.
That was the best part because you posted on the consortium because you posted the picture of it and then you posted evidence that you were convinced that this magnet was fake.
You guys, like, I cannot describe to you how ridiculous you people are. Like, you need more to do. E-Man. I think it's mostly E-Man.
I was in on it too. And Dusty also with the Photoshop.
But Dusty is, in my mind, Dusty is an innocent bystander in this whole thing. Like, yes, he did what his friends asked, but he's still innocent in my eyes because he didn't do it of his own free will and then provide it to you.
Yeah, totally.
Did he do it himself? No, he didn't because he didn't have the pictures. Really? Man, you guys need more to do. You guys need more to do. Seriously. So when E-Man dropped off what is now Trevor Seibold's Z,
yep,
the first purple Z that E-Man crashed,
yep,
twice,
yep,
dropped it off at Robbie's house.
That's been a whole deal too.
And picked up his Corvette bed.
Yep.
E-Man posted a picture of the car sitting in Robbie's garage, and there's just a little sliver of the Z on the lift, and it's green.
Yep.
And what I didn't know until literally today is that picture is cropped, not once but twice, because they were trying to decide how much of the car they should leave in the picture, which is fucking ridiculous. But Dusty color changed the Z on the lift so that it looked green, and then E-Man sent that to us as a list of in his pictures that he sent you and I for
his episode on the podcast.
For his episode when he was on last.
Yes.
So it was planted on purpose but made to look accidental.
Yes.
And there's only a tiny sliver of the car, but originally the picture showed most of, if not all of the back of the car.
The first picture showed it all. The second one showed probably
up to a taillight. And now this one shows like basically just the rear flare outside of the taillight.
Yeah, not even. Just enough.
Yeah. You guys need more to do. And then also, apparently, there's a full side profile. And I'm actually a little bit disappointed in everybody who's listening right now. But there's also a full side profile picture of the car edited green, which... So I've never used Photoshop or anything like that.
Yeah.
But that's really impressive.
Dusty clearly knows what he's doing.
Because the picture that he sent, or apparently this picture was shared on a Facebook on Instagram story.
So, one step back. I sent this picture to. There's been a handful of people that have obviously been in the loop the whole time, like just friends that because I've taken a nice break from Instagram basically the entire off season.
Yeah,
like I've posted like 3 pictures.
Yeah,
it's kind of been nice. The internet has me fucking jaded. So like anytime I post something, I just assume I'm gonna get shitty comments. And so like I post it and then I get mad like the whole rest of the day.
Do you get any shitty comments ever?
Not really, but like
I mean, like do you have no reason?
I'm just so jaded that I just assume that like there would be like 13 nice comments and like one like I'm like that one like comment like ruined my fucking day. I'm like I fucking hate the internet, dude. That's why I don't like.
He says on a podcast.
It was for real. Well, it was like the whole winter was kind of a combination of I didn't post publicly, and it kind of worked out because like the joke was that I was hiding it from you. It also meant I didn't have to post shit for like at all on Instagram, so I just didn't.
Right.
It was kind of refreshing. But so there's a handful of like close friends that I was sending these pictures to, like, dude, check how it's coming along. And so I sent this one to Dusty, E-Man, stuff like that. And obviously it's blue at this
Yeah,
point.
but there's a reflection of you can see the NPO1, you can see the fluorescent light above shining down. And like, I would never have thought that would come through in the color change on Photoshop.
Yep. So Dusty,
It's done really well.
Dusty swapped the color to like a really bright green.
I mean, it's like Lambo bright Ithaca Verde green.
To be fair, if I was going to make it green, Dusty nailed it.
Honestly, like,
that's the color I would have done.
I don't like green, but I would not have been mad about that.
That like I might have been a shade darker, but that's what I would have gone.
If you're gonna
for.
do green, it's got to be fucking eye-searing lime green.
Yes. So, but the picture you're talking about is on Petrobox. They posted on their stories that said, "What's everyone? What project updates are you doing, or whatever? Like, what projects are you working on this weekend?" And it was that picture. And so we posted it, and we sat back and waited, and not one motherfucker sent it to you.
Nope, nobody did.
It got to the point where we were convinced that you wouldn't tell us that you had seen it, just because now you were holding the cards away from us. That's how we took it. We're like, he's seen it and he's fucking lying.
Nope. I never saw it, which means that all of you listening, I know at least one of you saw that story. There's no way that at least one of you didn't see that story. And you knew. And you didn't say anything to me.
Yep.
I'm a little disappointed.
I think Josh LaPetrie for sure messaged me, and I think he was thinking about sending it to you.
But if Josh would have sent it to me, then I would have known it was a prank.
Exactly.
Because I don't talk to Josh
enough.
And you're too close to Josh.
Exactly.
If a random listener who isn't friends with you any more than they are with me sent that to me, I wouldn't think of it as a plant.
I thought for sure Michael Burchak was going to send it to you. Because that would have fit perfectly, and you wouldn't have suspected me.
Right.
So I don't know if he just didn't see it, or I don't know.
So then, towards the end of this whole deal, Wes started messaging me.
Yep. Oh, I thought he was going to spill the beans, dude.
And apparently you shared it with Wes, which I'm a little bit upset that you shared it with Wes and not me, because that just
adds to it. That's a nice little poke.
It's a dick move is what it is. But fucking Wes is messaging me about it. And like, I'm trying to decide. Number one, I wasn't sure if he actually had the picture or not.
Yep.
Or if he was just saying he did. And number two, if he did, I didn't know if he was actually going to send it to me or not. And number three, I didn't know if I wanted to see it or not.
There's definitely that, because at this point we'd kind of committed to like, there was going to be a reveal. And
and like, I can play along with a joke.
Sure.
It's fine.
And I agree it drug out way too freaking long.
Yeah, okay, fine. But like, fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
So I decided it was more fun for me personally to just leave Wes on red. And so I made sure to open them because he was sending them to me on Facebook Messenger. So he knows I saw it.
Yep.
And I just chose not to say anything to him. And he sent me 3 or 4 messages, and I just open it, close it, never open it again.
Because him and I were messaging like back and forth like shortly before that, and like I kind of called him. I was like, dude, I honestly don't know if you think I've not touched this car all winter. Like I know your shit. Like obviously it's our thing. We talk shit, and I was like, but seriously, I think you don't think I've touched this car. He goes, no, I do. And then like we were just talking back and forth, and I was like, no, I was like, look at it now.
Yeah.
And then like as soon as I sent it, I was like, he's gonna show Adam, and I even explicitly told him, don't show Adam. Like, we've made it this far.
Right. And he sent me a screenshot of your conversation where I could see the top of the picture, but not the car. I could just see the sunset.
Oh, yeah.
And then above that was you saying, don't show me. And I was like, is this motherfucker
He's really going to ruin it?
Is he really going to do this? Like, because, I mean, we were I jabbed him a couple of times. Don't get me wrong. There were some posts that were made.
Yeah.
On Facebook, not on his wall and in the Facebook group.
Yep.
But sending me that picture isn't jabbing me back.
No.
So I was like, but part of me didn't want him to.
Right.
And then eventually I just decided it was way more fun to ignore him.
Like, did you post a screenshot of that in the group chat? And I was
Yeah.
like, if he sends you that picture, he's dead to me.
That was the other fun thing was I would screenshot whatever he sent me and then send it to all of the guys and be like, fucking Wes, man, he's back at it again. And then and I just decided to leave him. Just leave him on red.
Oh, so good. But yeah. No, the car's done. I'm happy with how it looks. I'm ready to go testing. I got a dyno tune on the 10th, mid-FTT at Heartland Park on the 19th, 20th, whatever, in May. And then I got a vacation, and then I got, supposedly Midwest Festival.
We'll see.
If I win that lottery.
The lottery.
Otherwise, I got Road America.
Road America.
I got that ticket. That, and I got 4 totes of spare parts, because that's all I've been buying on eBay lately, because I'm not about to get burned again.
Yeah.
So, right. Nope, completely freshly rebuilt transmission. Every consumable I can think of, every sensor I can think of, every alternator, power steering pump, brake master cylinders. Just I'm on May 10 when I'm getting my dyno tune. I've already talked to a guy that's got a shell that he's parting out, buying a bunch of shit off of him. If something breaks, I want to have a spare, because I'm sick of these thrashing, getting ready, having something break, and then have to go and drive 5 hours to go get something. So or just throw away an entire weekend.
Yeah, over something stupid.
Yep. So we were talking about this before the show. One of the things I bought last week, mostly because Z1 had a poster that I wanted, but I couldn't justify paying $5 for the poster and then $13 to ship it. I was like, I want it, but I don't want to spend $20.
Yeah.
So they had a brake light switch on sale for $12. And I was like, no, that's a perfect reason to make an order on Z1 and get the poster I want. So now I have a spare brake light switch, because as soon as I saw that thing pop, I was like, that's the dumbest thing to keep me off track.
To ruin a weekend?
Yeah.
You gotta have brake lights.
And it's
a
justifiable reason to keep someone off track.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But that's something.
Especially wheel to wheel.
Right. So if that would fail and I didn't have a spare, my weekend's ruined over a $12 part. I was like, yeah, I'll put that in the spares box.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just after doing last season's endurance, I'm like, all right, well, that's going in the spares box. That's going in the spares box. It's just. So anytime I'm on eBay and I see sensors or just random things I've seen fail either on my car or somewhere else, I'm like, power steering pump. Okay, yeah, great. Just put it in the box.
Full transmission.
Extra transmission. Yeah, put it in the box.
I was going to need another trailer just for a spares package.
There's a guy in St. Charles with a VQ for sale. It's been sitting off my Facebook Marketplace for $400.
St. Charles? That's right down the street.
That's what I'm saying.
Isn't that where you got the?
I have messaged him 4 times. Cash in hand, I will pick it up today.
There's only
does not respond.
6 houses in St. Charles. Let's just go knocking door to door.
I have tried, man. I've messaged him, waited, messaged him a week later. I was like, bro.
Does he look at him? Is he leaving you on red?
He's left me on red. And it's still for sale. Dude.
I wonder what it feels like to be left on red.
Not good.
Yeah?
It's not good.
It's good to know.
I don't get it. I was like, well, that, and there's a guy in Ames that has, I bought Jess's dad when they were working whatever, they were working the field or whatever, and they caught
you got that 4-wheeler thing from him.
Yeah, so they the trailer of the tractor caught the front of the 4-wheeler and damaged it all to hell. And he's like, I don't know what to do with it. And I was like, do you want it? And I was like, for free? Yeah, just get it out of here.
Yeah. Yes, I do want that.
So I took it. It's been sitting in the garage. So it's
it's almost purely cosmetic, right?
The body's all mangled. The front end's all damaged. The handlebars are broken. The front suspension parts are all broken.
Oh, okay.
So, but it's a good engine. Everything else is basically good on it. And there's a guy in Ames that has one with no plastic and a bad engine.
Oh, well, there you go.
$400. You know how many times I fucking messaged that guy? 20. We've had conversations. We've had plans for me to go get it.
Oh, and he always comes up with some reason why he can't.
Or yeah, we'll go back and forth. I was like, okay, I can go, like, he'll message me. I'll immediately respond with, okay, I can pick it up today. And then he leaves me on unread for like 3 days. And he's like, yeah, it's still available. What? I would have picked it up 3 weeks ago, dude.
I guess he doesn't need the money.
I guess not. I don't get it. Like,
When you get there, offer him half.
why is it so hard for me to give you money?
Yeah, it's one thing to if you're the seller,
Right.
or like if you're the buyer and you're being a douche, but like if you're the seller,
It makes no sense.
I'm trying to give you my money.
Since we're already here talking about Vegas Marketplace, so Trevor's car, because E-Man parked it, took the ECU and ran.
Yeah, because he's a jerk.
So that car has, like, on the older style Nissan 350Zs, you have to basically you can only flash it with UpRev.
Yeah,
And UpRev has proprietary software. So basically, how it's set up is you can buy a cable, which is basically called an interface cable, and it basically all it lets you do is you have a pro tuner give you a tune, and you can upload that file, and you need a license.
yeah,
So you buy a license, you put it on the cable, and then you flash it to the ECU, and then that cable can now be used to interface with it as long as it doesn't have a license on it. If it has a license on it, you can't use the cable until you like put that license on another ECU. So if it has a license on it, it's basically worthless until you have an unflashed ECU. So if you have a cable with a license and an ECU with a license, you're fucked.
yeah.
So I had E-Man's cable with a license on it, Trevor's ECU with a license on it, my spare ECU, which turns out has a license on it. So then I messaged 4 people with UpRev cables. 2 were the tuner version, which basically which allowed you to interface and edit your own tunes, which is a more expensive cable.
Yep.
And then, but same thing, you can't have a license on it and interface. So you have to you have to get rid of the license before you can use the cable just everywhere. So
those were brand new unused cables that you were talking to these people, or were they used ones?
used. So I messaged 4 people. Same thing. 2 of them for sure would it took days to get any sort of traction back and forth.
Right.
And then one guy out of
Out east.
yeah, some near Illinois, basically.
Okay.
So, right.
Right.
Yeah. So he was going to be in Iowa City last weekend.
Okay.
We went back and forth, and I was like, you know what? It was the interface cable, and I was like, I didn't really want the interface cable. I was going to spend the extra money to get the tuner cable in case I need to do dyno shit.
There's no reason
add a
not
grid
to.
life.
I mean, you just as well own it.
Because we'll just be there. So an interface cable used, going rates around $130.
Okay.
A used interface cable or tuner cable, around $200. It's like, if you're going to spend $130, what's another $70?
Yeah, especially because at some point in time, you'll wish you had it if you don't.
Exactly. So the guy that was going to meet me in Iowa City couldn't confirm, and he wasn't willing to download UpRev and look for me, which was a big problem because it's just annoying. Dude, it's not that hard. It's like you clearly had it before.
Yeah.
All you have to do is look at it and click make cable management, and then tell me if it says enabled or not.
You own this thing, dude.
So we went back and forth. And he was going to meet me in Iowa City, and at this point, I couldn't confirm if it was a tuner cable. He thought it was for sure, and at $130, which was basically interface price, I was like, "Fuck it!" If it turns out to be a tuner cable, hooray me! And then ghosted me all day, all last weekend, and then he finally got back to me Sunday night and was like, "Yeah, man, sorry, I got into a hit and run, and I had to deal with that." And I was like, well, so I didn't go to Iowa City. I was like, okay, but at this point, I had already had a conversation with 3 other people, and the only person I could get any sort of traction with was out of Florida.
Of course he is.
And it was the guy's a principal of some high school. It was
Nice.
so he didn't look like the person that's selling UpRev shit. But I was like, okay, well, I guess.
I mean, he could have a fun Z that he tracks on weekends. You don't know.
I think he flashed a Frontier with it, actually. But
yeah, there you go. Okay.
But it was he clearly had bought it, used it, and then it just sat on a shelf. So it's in the original case, in the original box.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact it's the tuner cable.
Okay.
And we went back and forth, and we tried. He had it on Facebook where you could buy it now on Facebook. And every time I'd go to do that, I'd hit buy it. And then it would not give me the option to pay, and then it would switch to sold and wouldn't let me buy it. So like we're going back and forth, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. I promise I'm not jacking you around here. And he goes, yeah, I don't know, Facebook's being weird. I was like, can we just like you send me an invoice and I give you
can I just Venmo you this money?
I was like, I was like, let's do PayPal. So
yeah, so you're protected, but fine.
Yeah, so we did PayPal, and it showed up like 3 days later. And then that's what I was doing when you showed up here, is that I was trying to flash, so I have the tune for Trevor's Z. I have a cable with no license on it with tuning capabilities. So I go to take the tune that I have, put it on the ECU that has already license on it, and I get the thing that pops up that says ARC licensing required. Fuck. So ARC features are basically like flat foot shifting, two-step in, launch control.
Hot boy stuff.
Yeah, so it's an extra $100 for that license. So right now we have E-Man's cable with ARC and a license on it, an ECU with a license on it but no ARC. I have no stock flash, so I can't take his and put it back to stock and then use those licenses.
Right.
So basically, I think we're stuck making him buy an ARC license at this point because I'm not buying any more stuff.
Do you have ARC on yours?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I did the flat foot shifting.
Okay. Right.
But yeah, so that's why his Z is still sitting in my garage. It's just been a whole deal. I thought we were there. I seriously thought we were there today. I was like, I got the good cable. I got the tune. I'm ready to do this. No, ARC required. Fuck. But I think that's a pretty easy fix now at this point. That, or he can go back to his tuner and say, I don't want those features, and then send him a new tune without it.
Well, if he paid for them, he just will keep them. It's not like he has to use them.
I don't know if he paid any extra to have them tuned. I think the baseline tune that he got was the price of what it was. So I'm not sure.
I got you.
I wasn't involved in that conversation.
Right.
So.
I didn't think about that.
But I don't know. We'll see. I'm letting him and E-Man sort it out while we're doing a podcast.
Fuck it.
Yeah, at this point, just tell me what to do. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, now I have an upright cable in case I need to do tuning things up the track.
Good.
Which I should have had years ago. But
is what it is.
Yeah. So yeah, I should be ready. My tune's on May 10. I'm gonna do an up rev tune, and if you have the cruise control feature, you can have 5 tunes. Most people do like performance, valet, then 2-step hot boy shit, and then like some other ones. So I went to him and was like, here's what I want. I currently have one that's at 250 horsepower. That's my max tune.
Right.
Then I have one that's currently at like 220 horsepower. That's my GLTC tune of last year.
Right.
I was like, how about we use that as number 2 and number 5? So like number 1 would be 210 wheel, number 2 would be 220, number 3 would be 230, number 4 would be 240, number 5 would be 250. So if I ever do well and need to change, rather than adding weight, I can just swap tunes.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, no problem.
They probably like
Fuck yeah.
you because they actually get to do something interesting and not just
weird hot boy shit.
Do a pops and bangs tune in it and stupid shit like that they don't. Well, most tuners like again.
Can I get the crackle tune?
Yeah, we'll have to pop on D-Cell.
Yep. No, like the guy was super awesome to work with last year, and like he should be able to just copy and paste 2 of the files already. So then just modify. I think basically modify. I don't know how it works exactly, but like basically modify those tunes. So he's already got a good baseline for what I'm asking for. So
right.
So that way I shouldn't need more tunes every year.
Right.
Planning ahead.
So when Jabay changes the tire table and shit like that again.
Exactly. I can just change 10 horsepower.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know
how's work going?
But I don't care. They're just going to have to get through it without me.
All right. No more talking about my stuff. No one cares, Adam. No one cares. It's on my wall.
That's not true, Robbie.
I don't care. No one cares. Work harder. In silence. But you did something fun, though.
I did. So, my son, my 7-year-old, he's not as petrol heady as I hoped he would be. But he enjoys it. He knows that I like it.
Which is probably why he hates it.
He's not. Well, no, because
he's not at that age yet.
No, because he likes that stuff, and he knows that if I like it, that like
you can bond.
Right, we can bond over it. Because like I don't care about his Iron Man Roblox game. Like I just don't care.
Well, looking back at my childhood, you know, my dad had we did 4-H.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do 4-H. I wanted to go skating.
Right.
My dad could give a shit about skating.
Right.
You know, it's fine. Like it is what it is.
You know, I'm like, if it was something that was that big to him, but like he's sitting on his iPad and on the couch playing a game, like, Daddy, look at this. Like, yeah, okay, dude, cool. I don't care that much about that, right?
Yeah. So yeah, you drag him to 4-H.
Earlier this year, we had looked into Monster Jam because I wanted to go to Monster Trucks. Logan likes Monster Trucks a little bit.
I've always wanted to go.
Monster Trucks are cool. Who doesn't love Monster Trucks? And Dusty went to Monster Trucks with his kid. And so originally I looked in Kansas because I didn't really want to go to Des Moines.
Really?
I wanted to go to Kansas City because the size of the arena.
Okay.
So Wells Fargo Arena here in town isn't very big, and so they can't build a very big course, and so it's not like super crazy.
Okay.
And so I wanted to go to a bigger arena so they could set up more obstacles and it could be more exciting.
Did they do like? We'll get there. I bet. Just tell me the format.
Just let me get there. Yeah. So, but they had nothing in Kansas City, and we just kind of like, well, okay, I guess we're not going to go, and then. I think Katie must have got like a targeted ad for it or something, but she looked into it and it turned out to be like shockingly cheap.
Yes, I didn't think the tickets were bad.
They were like $28 a ticket.
Yeah.
Which isn't that bad this day and age.
What else are you going to do for less than $28?
Well, so The Lion King, a musical, is $85 a ticket.
Yeah.
And I need 3 of them.
Uh-huh.
So that's not happening.
No, you know? I've looked at stuff like that too.
Yeah, well, shit, to walk through the botanical gardens downtown is $18 a person, and I got to pay for all 4 of us.
What?
Yeah, they want my daughter even. So I'm never going there.
That's ridiculous.
Right. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, $23 or $28, whatever it was, I was in. And they have, so Katie, one of Katie's mom friends, who Logan and this girl's son, they've become very good friends. So we do a lot of stuff with them. She's single, and just the dad is out of the picture entirely. And the kid very much like will tell his mom a lot that he really misses his dad.
Just a dad or his dad specifically?
I mean, his dad specifically, but like,
so
I'll never be his dad. Don't get me wrong. And I don't, but like, if I can make the kid feel a little better, and
I honestly can't imagine like going through that.
Yeah, it would suck. It'd be the worst.
Well, it sounds like for sure he was clearly aware.
Yeah, he was in his life for a period of time.
Now he's gone. Yeah, so that'd be even harder than just never being there.
Like, I don't even know if they know where he is.
Jesus.
Like, I think he's gone.
They're just like face of the earth. Just
drugs are bad.
Yep.
Drugs are bad.
Drugs are bad.
So
just sad.
Yeah. But so we do a lot of stuff with them. I try to be as like,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to say I'm like his dad figure by any stretch, but you know,
being a male figure in his presence.
Try to be a positive male figure in his life.
Yes.
So Katie asked if she wanted to go. They of course agreed. So there was the 4 of us, the 2 of them, but I don't have to buy a ticket for Kaylee. She can just sit on our lap. So 3 tickets, 2 tickets. It was not too bad.
Perfect.
Well, so they have like this pit party thing beforehand where you get to go and like go down with the trucks and meet the drivers and get up close and personal and probably maybe even sit in them and like it's like a whole VIP experience.
Is that extra?
It's $40 a ticket.
Oh.
Which
that's not terrible.
Kind of gets pushing into the bit expensive when I got to buy 3 of them, but I was like, I mean, when else are we going to get this sold out?
Yeah, I would say 40s for that. It seems reasonable.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's cheap, but it seems
fine,
reasonable.
Whatever, you know. So that was sold out. We didn't get to do it, which was a bummer. But so we went there. so they do three like different events
Yep.
in the show, right? There's a race event.
Do they do? Is it like when I remember watching it? It was like they'd race against each other on identical tracks.
So
and then there was like freestyle.
So in this one, there's the obstacle in the center, which is kind of like a big octagon, and each side had a slightly different type of ramp
Okay.
in the center, and then like they have a half point line, and so one truck would line up on one side of the octagon at the line, and the other truck would line up at the other side of the octagon at the line, and they do one lap around. Whoever gets around to the side they started on first wins.
Oh, that's too bad.
That was all it was.
Yeah.
It was because that's all the room they had.
Right.
So it was pretty short. It was pretty sweet, but and it wasn't really that big a deal. El Toro Loco, which was one of the trucks that was so there was El Toro Loco, which is like the bull. He's got horns.
Toro Mechanico.
Yeah, he's fucking. That was Logan's favorite. Yes. We had to buy an El Toro Loco stuffed monster truck because my son loves stuffed animals.
Okay.
And then there was Gravedigger, of course.
Naturally,
he's got to have Gravedigger. Megalodon, which is a shark.
Yep.
Earth Shaker, which is like a dump truck.
That's kind of cool. I like
Velociraptor.
In on that.
Which was a Velociraptor. And then there was the Raminator and Ramunition, which are just Dodge Ram sponsored.
Of course.
Or Ram spot. This is not Dodge Ram anymore. It's just Ram.
Yeah.
Ram sponsored trucks. So it became quite clear very quickly that Earthshaker and Velociraptor's drivers were a step above the rest.
Okay.
And there was a Mad Mutt or something like that.
Yep.
That was like a Dalmatian.
Yep. See, I've always kind of kept an eye on the when they come to Des Moines because Miranda Kozad is from like Cedar Falls or like right up the road basically.
Yeah. The chick that was driving the Mad Mutt.
Yep.
Was from Chillicothe, Missouri, which is the next road down the next town down the road from where my parents live.
Yeah, that's not far at all.
So that was random.
But Miranda drives the Scooby Doo car.
Yeah,
but they were in South Africa or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But I've always thought it'd be kind of cool to have her on the show.
It would be.
I want to know how the hell do you even get into monster trucks?
So they have a school.
What?
Because they talked about it. There's a monster truck driving school, and I don't know how you get into the school.
Right.
But like one of those drivers, I can't remember which one, used to be a freestyle motocross guy.
Yep.
And I think he just worked his way into stunt driving world.
It seems like it fits.
Yeah. So anyway, there was the race where you did one lap, and whoever got around to there wins, and then it was bracket style. Now I know how brackets work. Thank you. So it was 8, then 4, then 2, and then
single
a winner.
Elimination.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Single elimination. El Toro Loco dug in on a corner and flipped.
Nice.
Crashed the truck, and they had to take him off into the pits.
On a stretcher?
No, the
car.
The monster truck.
Okay.
They had to flip it over, which they have this huge payloader with this thing that sticks out front. I think there might be a picture of them flipping something over or pushing something around or something. I don't remember. But it was this big payloader, and they just kind of flip it over and then push it wherever it needs to go. But yeah, so El Toro Loco broke down right away, and they pushed him off, and Logan was fucking pissed.
Oh
right?
Yeah,
because that was his truck. From the get go, that was his truck.
We don't even care anymore. Let's go home.
Right. So they did manage to get him back out, but so after the race session, they did what they called a 2-wheel challenge.
Okay.
So because they can't do a lot of stuff here. So what they end up doing is, and I wish we could do the video, because there's a video in here that you should watch when we're done with this. And I think I sent it to the group, but they'll pull up on the middle of the octagon.
Yeah.
And then they'll either back up or roll forward and then lock them up in reverse direction real fast, and they'll pull the truck up in the air. And the good drivers, the guy in the Velociraptor and Earthshaker, they could drive these things around, dude.
Yeah, just 2 wheels.
On 2 wheels, standing straight up or facing straight down. Both ways.
Those things are driven super weird.
So there's 2 steering wheels. There's one steering wheel that's normal.
Yep.
And then there's a small one that's mounted horizontally next to it that just has like a handle, and that one steers the back wheels. And I think that might be like one full rotation lock to lock.
Huh.
And the back wheels don't have as much turning, but all 4 wheels steer.
Yeah.
And they control the rear wheels with a separate steering wheel, if you will. And then I think that they're probably individually braked, the axles.
I thought so.
But dude, they can pop these things up on 2 wheels, either the back wheels or the front wheels, which is crazier in my book.
Yes.
Because they're just staring at the ground. And then they were driving them up the ramps, up the hill, across the octagon, and back down again. And then like they just, you could see them like balancing this thing, and they'd be blipping the throttle and hitting the brakes to like keep it.
Yeah.
Dude, it was crazy. Drifter's got nothing on car control from monster truck drivers.
Dude, I've always been blown away by that, or like the people that can, like, granted, crotch rockets are wheelie machines.
Yeah.
But like people that can get on a crotch rocket
and
do it
crotch rocket
and then do a wheelie for like 36 miles. You know what I mean? Like they just put it on one wheel and just stay there.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Like that's always blown my mind that they could have that type of balance.
Yeah. So the other thing they do is what they call slap wheelies, which is kind of where they just launch the thing up in the air and then bring it back down on the back tires.
Okay.
They try not to bring it down flat.
Interesting. And then like land it on a wheelie and then drive out.
Yeah, but they don't really drive out very far usually when they were doing.
So they're just
slap
so they're just like the skateboarders landing 2 wheels.
Yeah, and calling that sweet.
All right.
So it was definitely. There was definitely like that mentality where like there were, like I said, so the guy in the Velociraptor and the guy in Earthshaker were clearly better drivers than just about anybody else there.
Okay.
The driver of Gravedigger was the daughter of the original guy, and she was very good in the 2-wheel competition.
Interesting.
They called her like Queen of.
The wheelie queen.
Yeah, wheelie queen or queen of wheel stands or something. I don't know. She had some weird nickname. But she was really good at it, honestly. She was the donut queen. That's what it was.
Oh.
Because I forgot there was a 4th competition where they did donuts. Yeah, there was a 4th competition where they did donuts. I forgot about that. Yeah, the 2-wheel competition was the wheelies and stuff. Velociraptor and Earthshaker were heads and tails better than anybody else on that. And I still like am just blown away by their ability to do stuff on those.
Yeah, it makes
and just pop them right up, just wham wheelies and just hold them there.
We just check the physics out the door.
It was crazy. They're like 12,000 pound machines or whatever they go. Just crazy weight.
Well, the engines have like absurd
horsepower
they're like
1,500 horsepower supercharged V8s. Yeah, it's wild, dude. Just wild.
Yep. I remember watching it as a kid.
So, and then they had a halftime show, and they brought out some motocross guys and like a big inflatable ramp.
Oh, fun!
And they did a bunch of they did like a best trick competition, and they have this thing where you can vote. In real time, you can score the drivers and how well they did on their individual runs, and they let us do that for the best trick for the motocross too. So that was cool. And then the third one was the donut competition, which wasn't that interesting. I mean, they can get them moving.
Oh yeah,
and they can do tight donuts because they have 4-wheel steer. But it wasn't that cool. It was fine.
I mean, you don't need to see 8 of them do it all in a row.
Right. Yeah, it got kind of drawn out. And then they ended with freestyle.
Nice. Which
freestyle's super awesome. Don't get me wrong, but like
the octagon's not really great for that.
There's not a lot of room. Like they can't get a ton of speed. They gotta, as soon as they land, they gotta lock it up or they're gonna run into the other monster trucks because they're all parked around the arena the whole time.
Yep.
So between or after halftime, El Toro Loco came back out. So he missed the 2-wheel competition, but he got to do the donut and the freestyle. And he only had like the front half of the truck was ripped off.
Oh yeah, of course.
And he only had one horn.
Oh.
so that was a little disappointing. But Logan was pretty excited to see him come back.
Did they make like a whole deal out of it? Like the announcers, like
a little bit, yeah.
Good. I want to make sure the kids are into it. You know?
Yeah. So these use inboard brakes.
Oh yeah.
They don't have brakes out in the wheels. They have one gigantic disc brake, basically between the rear end housing and the drive shaft.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And there's pictures in here somewhere, but maybe I didn't send them to you because they weren't clear enough. It'll be of Gravedigger. But yeah, so that one. It's really hard to see in this picture, but if you look down there between the tires, you can see like a glowing orange disc.
Oh, yeah, in the rear tires.
The brake, yeah. Like if you look there, yeah. It's right in front of the rear axle housing. All of them, when they were doing the freestyle competition, the brake would start to glow. And she like the truck died and she couldn't get started again or something. It was right at the end of her run, so she like jumped out and was like fist pumping, and getting the crowd ramped up. And then she hopped back in it and got the thing fired, and the brakes were fucking seized.
Fire. Oh.
No, they seized. They welded themselves together.
Oh shit!
And so they had to get the payloader out there and push her back into the line. And at first, all four tires were just sliding, and then they would popped and they started rolling. But yeah, the brake welded itself. The brakes on the back tires, I think the front ones were probably okay, but the back ones welded themselves shut when she stopped the truck in the middle of the thing after her freestyle run.
Man, they should be using some G-Lock R18s or something, you know?
I don't think that. I mean, I don't know what brake they're using.
I'd be curious what they're running.
It's got to be, dude. That brake rotor looked
massive.
Yeah, like 24 to 30 inches in diameter. I mean, it's huge.
That's insane.
And so, and I don't know if it's like a dual caliper setup, one on each side.
I would hope so.
Or if it's just a single caliper.
Who knows?
But that's the way it is on the front and the rear, because you could see the glowing disc on the front too.
Huh.
So that was really interesting to see that. They did away with zoomies, which makes me really sad. Oh. Now they're just regular like headers.
Lame.
Yeah.
They should be out the top, man.
I don't know. The engineering behind these things
it's nutty and wild.
I mean, how they can make a truck that weighs that much come down from the height that they come down from and
just drive away.
And like not only just continue on, but like go right into the next thing is crazy to me.
Did you ever see that? I think it was called Action Heroes with Travis Pastrana. They had a brand new monster truck delivered to his place, and they tried to immediately took it to try to do a backflip and just totaled the fuck out of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So good.
I was really disappointed that was like, honestly, seeing a backflip was the one thing I wanted to see. And that was like, they can't do it.
The only way they could do it is if they set up the berm like against the stadium side.
There's just no
and then
way.
You just do you do the one where you go backwards.
They'd be doing it at people.
Yeah.
Which is
I've seen them do that before, where they have like just
right, but I think that section is always empty.
Oh, but yeah, Des Moines doesn't really get a lot of room for that.
No, that was the one thing I really desperately wanted to see. I knew coming into it that I wasn't going to happen, at least on purpose.
Yeah.
So, it came down to like a one or 2 points separating each of the top four drivers.
Yep.
And the Earthshaker won. And so it was pretty cool. It was a pretty exciting deal.
Is this one of those earplug events, or was it not too bad?
I was fine. My kids had earplugs because I'm a decent parent.
Good for you.
But I was fine. Kaylee actually was like way into it.
Well, I'm sure there's enough going on.
She was pumped about it.
I mean, and what kid doesn't like monster trucks?
And now Katie will put like Blaze on, which is
that monster truck.
The monster truck, like kids cartoon.
Yeah.
And she's like super into it.
Huh.
And we've been playing a lot with the Monster Truck Traxxas that I bought
Yep.
lately because it's been nice out, and we just did Monster Truck things. So like that's been
Of course.
the topic in our world right now. And so we've been playing with that a bunch, and like she gets real hyped about it. And she loves riding in the Power Wheels with her brother and stuff like that. And Katie's like, I wanted a girly girl. And I was like, this isn't my fault. Like, I didn't, this isn't me. Like, I didn't do any of this. Okay.
The funny thing is, she's going to be way into like car shit. And
she'll be more so than her brother.
Oh, yeah. She'll be the one going to autocrosses.
Yeah.
Stuff.
She's daddy's little girl, too.
Sorry, Katie.
So. Yeah, she's got to be wrapped around her finger, and she knows it. So it's a problem already, to be honest.
I'm shocked. Shocked to know that.
Yeah. So, no, it was a good time. The whole thing was pretty awesome. Yeah. So they rolled them a couple times. You got to see crashes. Obviously, there was I think 2 or 3 female drivers.
Yep.
Which is a lot higher percentage than probably any other motorsport in an average pro field.
Oh, without a doubt.
Because there's 8 drivers and 2 or 3 of them were female. Like that's a pretty high percentage. So of course I made the joke to Katie about their main purpose is to crash. So of course there's a lot of females in it.
So how'd that go over?
I mean, she didn't argue with me.
Huh.
She got a little mad, but
I thought for sure
she doesn't have
getting punched.
She doesn't have a leg to stand on.
Yeah, her track record's not great.
No. So, yeah. That was cool.
Yeah.
I think we'll do it again. I really, in Nashville on July 1st is World Finals.
Ooh.
And they have like 30 trucks there, and they have this huge outdoor arena, and like they get down at World Finals. And I've been like seriously considering a trip to Nashville.
I mean, Nashville's a cool place. Plus, you get 2 monster truck things.
Yeah.
And it's the finals, Adam.
Yeah. No, it's huge.
Plus, what else are you going to do on 4th of July weekend?
Yeah. This is the 1st of July. So,
plus,
the problem is
we're not going to Brainerd anymore, so we got
my
stuff.
problem is that, so if I did that, that'd be the first weekend of July. Then the second weekend of July, we're going camping with my college roommate and his family.
Nice.
And then I think I get a weekend off, maybe, and then it'd be Road America.
Yep.
And then I think Mid-Ohio's in there somewhere.
August 5th, yeah.
And isn't there another one after that? Or before? No, Lime Rock, which I'm not
We're not doing Lime Rock.
That doesn't matter. But I
would love to, but I'm not.
But like basically I would have to take a couple of days off every week in July, and that's just not fucking happening.
No way.
Not happening.
Yeah, that's peak busy season.
Even if I could get that at work, I wouldn't want it.
Yeah, the mess you're coming back to.
Because the mess I'd be coming back to is just such a shit show. I don't even want to deal with it. So, I don't know. Maybe next year I'll
That'd be fun.
Try and plan World Finals out. But I really want to go to a bigger arena. I need to find where they go to a bigger arena near-ish to us.
Minneapolis?
I don't know if Minneapolis would be our choice. I can't believe they're not in Kansas City.
You would think Kansas City would be like,
but I didn't see it on their list.
Maybe Chicago.
I don't know.
Well, then I go to Illinois.
Yeah, I would rather go to I would rather drive farther to go not to Chicago. So my sister's moving to Enid.
Indianapolis.
Indy, maybe? Yeah. So my sister's moving to Enid, Oklahoma.
How close is that to Hallett?
Probably not very far.
I like Hallett.
But maybe I could go to Oklahoma City.
That'd be big.
And then I could meet my sister there.
Yeah, make Austin go.
And I could meet Austin Covey there. And I probably could even coerce Dusty into going to that, because that's not that far from North Dallas where he lives.
Dude, that's like 20 hours from North Dallas.
I mean, it's probably not any closer than we are, but I'm making the trip.
That's
so we could have a whole.
That's a fair argument. Yes.
We could have a whole group of people. That would be a fun weekend. We could do stuff with the kids because all of those people have kids.
Oh, well, then I'm out.
I mean, you can still come.
Be around all those kids? No, I'm good. I'm good. Thanks.
Why, Robbie? It'll be a good time.
So last weekend, Jess went and did a bunch of family things, and they watched a bunch of softball games in the freezing cold weather.
Yeah.
And
that's also my life. It's soccer, but yeah.
I opted out and decided not to go.
Uh-huh.
And I made the right call.
Yeah. Yeah.
Watching softball in the freezing cold. While all the other, like literally just hundreds of kids running around. No, I'm good.
The day before this, 'cause we went on Saturday afternoon where we got like random snow,
Oh yeah.
and the guy who drives Earthshaker, he's Texan, and he's like Texan,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so when you win a round, you get an interview with some blonde announcer.
You
chick.
don't say.
Right. And so he was talking about how appreciative he was of all the fans coming out despite the storm. And I was like, what?
Bro.
He's like, I can't believe it's snowing out there. And like, we still got almost a full crowd, almost a sellout crowd. I'm like, what? Like, yeah, I was pissed about it. Don't get me wrong. But
What's
like,
stopping us?
this was nowhere close to shutting us down, buddy.
It was a snowflake. Relax.
Yeah. So, but the day before that, it was not as cold as Sunday, but it was not nice.
No.
And we had a double header soccer game.
Oh.
One at 10 and one at noon. And I fucking froze my ass off. I was so pissed about it.
I literally didn't go outside in that snow at all. Maybe to like walk to the shop and back.
Yeah.
And I was still pissed about it. So I feel you.
Last weekend it got canceled, and I was not mad about it.
No.
So, but yeah, Monster Truck's good.
I believe that. I have no problem believing that. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I have no kids, and I still kind of would consider going.
Well,
just because.
It all came together very quickly.
Yeah.
But now that I know it's there and it's cheap, maybe we plan this better out next year.
I'd be down.
Because I want to get my tickets in earlier. Because I want to do the VIP thing.
Yeah, that I think that'd be worth the money to get.
I want to do the pit pass.
You and I could nerd out over all the trucks and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be in on that.
I'm pretty sure Dusty did it.
He did.
Yeah, and he said it was cool.
Yeah, his kid was climbing on the ramps.
Yeah. So, yeah. I was really bummed that it was
I go to
sold
some of these things. There was one time a couple years ago, my buddy invited me to go to that Jurassic Quest with him and his kids.
out. Oh, that's right.
And I said, sure. And it was terrible.
Yeah. Well, there is that. There is.
I still went, though.
There is that.
And to be fair, we all agreed that it was terrible.
Even the kid?
Even the kids.
Oh, okay. One of these days, I think my kid has finally crossed the threshold where he's tall enough to drive the go-karts at MB2 or pole position or whatever it's called these days. So we need to do that.
That'd be cool. I'd be down.
That'd be fun.
I haven't been there in a long time.
Yeah.
Since that kid tried to fight me. I haven't been back since. Have I ever told the story on the show?
I'm sure you have, but it's been so long it doesn't matter.
So
I totally forgot about it.
I think it was like basically shortly after we started, or shortly right before we started.
Pre-podcast, that was our Wednesday night ritual.
Yeah, we just go to the go-kart track with a group of friends.
Yeah, we had a Facebook group with like 20 people in it, and we would regularly show up with like 10 to 12 of us, like a full session.
Yep.
That would go racing.
Just do two sessions together. Sometimes more, but usually just two sessions.
And they had this deal where if you bought a $50 membership
for the year,
it was $20 for 2 races.
Yeah, something like that.
It was cheap. As long as it was Monday through Thursday.
Right.
And so we would go like every week or maybe every other. But there was a whole group of us, and like that's what we did before the podcast.
Yeah, so Josh LePetri came to town with his wife, and like we didn't have a whole lot going on. I was like, yeah, we do this all the time. This will be fun because Sioux Falls had like the worst indoor go-kart track in the world. It's got to be closed by now. But
Probably.
so we had go, like when I was there, we had gone there, and I was like, bro, you need to come to the one in Des Moines here.
Yeah.
So we went on. It was like a Saturday, early Saturday before it got busy, and we're there, and we go out. This is again, keep in mind, this is about the time that you and I were there constantly.
Yeah.
So we go out, and it's me, Josh, his wife.
That's where we met.
Jacob.
No, I can't think of.
No, we met Jacob at Autocross.
Yeah, and he was one of our regulars. But,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm drawing a blank on it. The kid that worked for JB for a while.
Thomas
Reed. Oh my gosh. I couldn't think of it. I was totally drawing a blank. That's because he was an employee there.
He was, yes.
That's how we met him.
Yep.
And we got him to come autocrossing. And all that working at JB Autosports and stuff like that, totally our fault.
Absolutely.
Because he bought that E30 and got into autocrossing and started really liking cars. Totally our fault.
Yeah, all downhill from there.
Yeah. Well, now he's
doing big things.
He's totally different.
Yep.
But anyway.
Yeah, so Josh, Liz, and I, and so it was us, just us three, and then like an employee on track. So it was like maybe one other, like literally 4 or 5 people on track total. And so we're out there, and like these go-karts have levels, so it's like 1 to 5.
So the local track is electric. They're full electric carts, but they're good electric carts. They're not like garbage.
Quick.
They're super fast but they can control. So when you go out, they have you on like the slowest speed, and you do like until everybody's out, and then they
Turn
ramp you up.
Yep. So we were clearly like, I'm just going to use scale of 1 to 5.
Right.
We were clearly at most on a 4.
Right.
It's like,
and he wasn't.
And then the employee that was on track with us was clearly on a 5, literally lapping us during a 15-minute session, like just multiple times. And so like we got done, and like I went up to the guy that was working the counter that had been in control of the things. I was like, "Hey man, like, why'd you have us turned down?" Like I wasn't confrontational. Like I literally just was like, are we going to have to be turned down again for the next one? And the first thing out of his fucking mouth was, "Do you want to step outside?" I couldn't fucking believe.
Yeah,
I couldn't fucking believe it.
Yeah, actually, I do now.
And like, I was so like dumbstruck that was his response that I just went, "Just get your fucking manager." I was like, I won't deal. Like he was like
some high school kid,
maybe 18, 17.
Like if you would have stepped outside, you probably would have gotten in trouble for it.
Oh, for sure, would have been arrested.
Probably, like, yeah.
I was like, I mean, I was in really good shape at the time too. I was like, I mean, we can. I fucking love to scrap.
You were doing Muay Thai stuff
shortly before that. Yeah.
Like,
I mean, we can do this, but like, I couldn't fucking believe it. And then, the manager came out and like, I go, "Hey man, I was like, I was just asking why I was turned down." I was like, because like I turned to the top 10 board. Both our you and me, both our fucking names are on the top 10 board for that week.
For when we were there 3 days early.
Yeah, and I was like, I was just curious why I'm turned down, because I'm like 6 seconds off that, and like I point to my name. I was like, that's me from Wednesday. I was like, "Oh, man, I'm so sorry. I'll get, you gave me like a free pass," and I never fucking came back. I was like, I still to this day I cannot believe that guy's response was, "Do you want to step outside?"
He's long gone now, Robbie.
Never would. No, yeah, for sure.
We
but
can
like,
start over.
Never prepared for that type of reaction to just
off the bat.
Yeah, hey man, why are we turned down? I'm pretty sure I said it that way.
That's what he opened with.
Yeah, because it wasn't.
It's not like he said, "Oh, you weren't," and then you argued.
No, I didn't even get a chance to.
Right.
And I'm really not that confrontational at all.
No.
I'm not that guy.
No.
Like, I'm more opinionated on the show, so if people know me from the show only, they're like, "Yeah, he's opinionated." Scott Robertson will attest to this. That's not who I am in reality.
No, not really. Not really.
I'm very quiet, and usually I'm more of just whatever, and just walk away. I'm not going to fight over something stupid.
Right.
I mean, I'll fight. Like, who doesn't love a good fist fight?
Me, no interest.
Oh,
none at all. Zero.
I love a good scrap.
No,
don't get me wrong.
Nope. I've only hit one person in anger my whole life.
It's been a long time,
and it can stay that way
until we do a slap bet.
I can't describe to you how much I don't want to slap bet.
What's slap bet?
Honestly, me winning and then having to slap somebody is a worse outcome than getting slapped. Like, seriously. In my mind, if I lose, it would be worse for me to slap you.
That's a win-win for me.
I can't describe to you how uncomfortable that makes me.
Yeah. No, I'm a firm believer.
To like
sometimes
just slap somebody for no reason.
No, there's a reason. You lost the bet.
It's not a reason.
That's a reason.
It's not a good reason.
You don't need a good reason.
Yes, you do. No, Robbie.
Sometimes you just need to fight it out.
You don't,
Yes,
though.
you do. Sometimes.
No, you just need to walk away and let cooler heads prevail, Robbie.
No, but then you guys resent each other forever. But if you would just like come to fisticuffs and then you just like have it out for like 3 minutes, you're the best of friends.
I don't.
That's a real thing.
I would not resent you either way.
No, but I'm like, I had that before, like in high school when I would get into fights.
Oh, you're not wrong. That's absolutely the way dudes are.
We would fight and then be like, you know what? the stuff we were arguing about, that's stupid. But that chick we were fighting over, forget her. Let's just
Bros before hugs.
Do you want to hang out? That shit's real.
But like, so when the one person I've hit was the infamous Don Boss.
Did you hit or slap? I think you hit.
I don't remember if it was open handed or if I closed fisted it. But
as Daniel Tosh says, an open hand keeps you out of jail.
He was sitting on the couch in our dorm room, and I hit him. That's all I remember.
No context? Like, why?
I was mad.
Yeah, I remember you said
this
you were
was
mad.
this was like weeks on end of him just being a douchebag.
Just too much time together. Too much
time together. Too much of him just grinding my gears on every little thing that came my way.
And then if you're living together, you can't get away.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, and it just triggered, and I just hit him. And
he holds that like a badge of honor now.
he does. He has instructed me that if I ever feel that I've gotten to the point where I need to hit somebody again, I'm supposed to call him. And he will drop whatever he's doing and come hit that person for me because he does not want to lose that honor. He's quite proud of it.
Yeah.
But we were not okay shortly thereafter.
That's because you guys needed to fight more.
We were not okay.
Yeah, one hit's not enough. You got to kind of.
And then that was very close to the end of the school year, and we had a summer semester, and the rest of our roommates didn't. And so they moved out, and we're the first day that it's just him and me in the room. We're like literally sitting. We had two couches, and they were like in an L shape to each other, and we're literally sitting on these couches, and we're kind of like, either we got to get over this, or one of us is going to end up in jail, and the other one's going to be dead. So, like, are we good? Yeah, and
never brought it up.
That was the end of it. We've been best of friends ever since.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that was. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
But it didn't happen like that. No, it was like 2 weeks later.
Yeah, you needed more fighting.
No, he needed less fighting. I can't do it, Robbie.
No, I get it.
I don't even like watching.
Oh, I do.
Like fights and stuff like that. I can't do it.
No, I enjoy that.
It upsets me.
No. Good UFC fight.
No.
Awesome.
No, I don't like it.
Yeah, I just can't watch it either. She gets all weird.
It's upsetting.
It's not for everybody.
It's upsetting.
Sometimes just like violence, Adam. It's fine.
But like I can watch movie violence. That doesn't upset me.
Yeah, it's different.
But if there's like, because in the back of your head, you know it's fake.
Yeah.
And so it's fine. But like a UFC fight, like they both know what's coming.
Yeah.
But that shit ain't fake.
Nothing fake about it.
They're both getting the crap beat out of each other.
Yeah.
They're both going to have a really bad day tomorrow.
Yeah. The pictures then they show like the next day after like a real hard fought battle.
Yeah. Some of those people are never the same.
You can get punch drunk, yes.
I'm pretty sure that
there's a reason
the one that I watched with Michael where that guy got knocked out in like 3 seconds.
Which way?
I don't think that guy was ever the same.
There's a belief that there's a certain number of knockouts you can take before you are fucking done.
Yeah.
And that number's different for everybody.
Yeah.
It could be 1, it could be 100. But you get to that certain point, like you get that hit, you're not coming back. Like your abilities won't come back, your mind won't come back.
Yeah. I don't remember what it was. It was some really hyped up fight, and it was over.
You're thinking of the Conor McGregor Jose Aldo fight.
I don't think it was. I don't think it was Conor McGregor. It was right at the beginning of, or maybe just before we started the podcast.
That's exactly when that fight happened.
And it was super hyped up, and it was over in 3 seconds.
That's exactly how that fight went.
Like one hit.
Yes, that's exactly how
that might be what it was.
It was because that was about the exact same time.
And I don't think that guy was ever the same.
Jose Aldo? No, he never was.
I don't think he recovered.
Not even close.
That.
But then again, neither was Conor McGregor. So,
well, but that's just because he's a raging lunatic.
There is that. Drugs are bad, kids.
So,
but yeah, no. See, I enjoy watching fighting, but yes, there's a reason I only trained in it and never actually took it seriously because I have a functioning brain and I want to keep it that way.
Yeah. You've had enough concussions.
Yeah, 2 is enough. Yeah, no more, please.
At least
2 that I'm for sure are for sure.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
So, Take your kid to Monster Trucks.
Yeah, monster trucks. Oh yeah, I'm all in on that.
It was cool. How far in are we, Robbie?
2 slip angles.
Is that a show?
I mean, I thought you had more things you want to talk about.
We can talk about it later. That has no bearing on time.
Okay. Well, we can.
So let's just leave it.
I guess. I mean, if you want to just wrap it up early.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll take the opportunity right now to thank our sponsors. Factor Fabrication, factorfabrication.com. If you need any sort of caging or railing, hit up Booney at Factor Fab. I'm actually going to be there on Saturday getting my ballast box made, even though I probably don't know if I'll ever actually use it. But
it's better to have it.
Not need it, just like the rest of my spares boxes. So yeah, Booney will be there working on some stuff. So he said, come on by. So good opportunity to basically just put a plate on a bracket or a old seat bracket. So that way I can put the weights that I have just bolted to it. So want to be safe, because if you get into an accident with a ballast box and your weights are not safe, you could die.
That's a real good way to hurt yourself.
Yep. That is one of those things that I feel like is not ever adequately described in the rule book on how to properly attach ballast.
Yeah.
Granted, there's like a billion ways to do it, but like I think the NASA rule is just like, 2 grade 5 bolts. Fuck it. And it's like, what? That's it? So it just seems like that's one of those things I was always like super conscious about. I was like, I want to make sure that
all these
it's like strapping
strapped down.
It's like strapping a car down to a trailer. I want to be able to flip the son of a bitch and have the car still be attached.
Dude, I saw this week, I was driving home and there was a truck, just like a trailer pulled off to the side, didn't have a truck hooked up to it anymore. It was at somebody's house. Like they had made it to their destination, or they hadn't left yet. I'm not sure which.
Okay.
But it was the gen before what I have, Honda Odyssey, on the trailer. One ratchet strap in the back and the winch in the front.
I've seen that too many times.
And that's it. A winch is not a strap.
Not even close.
And one strap on either end is one strap too few. You gotta have one on both sides, on both the front and back. There needs to be 4 ratchet straps minimum holding down a car. Period.
Want to really terrify you? Take a look at every skid loader that's on every trailer.
Yeah, so we go out of our way. Like, we even invite the DOT to come to our shop and like go over stuff with us. And every year, all of our employees sit down and have a training with a DOT officer in a large group.
Yeah, of course.
Over like 3 or 4 days, we split up our crews and we all go in there. And then they'll come and like look at a couple of our trailers and stuff like that, because like having a reputation for not being a problem continues to keep you not being a problem. Like you don't get pulled over as often if you don't have a reputation of being needed to pull over. And so we strive to achieve that. But it's like
win-win for everybody.
Yeah, we go through that a lot and like make sure that all of our equipment is tied down correctly and all that stuff. It's a whole ordeal. You'd be shocked at like the detail of the rules for strapping down heavy equipment.
Oh, absolutely.
So
yeah. I just remember back like in Northwest Iowa, and you'd see skid loaders with like literally nothing. It's like, the weight of the bucket.
The parking brake and the weight of the bucket will keep it in place. No! It's fine.
Terrifying. But anyways, yeah, if you need to have something built, like me, factorfabrication.com, or just head over to their shop here in is that Johnston?
It's all Des Moines.
Des Moines. It's in Des Moines.
It's all Des Moines. Actually, I think that is Des Moines.
Is that Des Moines?
Pretty sure that's Des Moines there.
Because he lives in Johnston.
Because Sailor was Des Moines. It was a Des Moines address.
Yes.
That's what I call Demankany.
Demankany.
Because it was in Des Moines, but if you're going to go anywhere, it was going to be in Ankeny.
Yes. That's weird. I did not realize that was Des Moines.
That's a Des Moines address. So I'm pretty sure he's Des Moines.
Has to be then, yeah.
Yeah.
Weird. Factor Fabrication at Des Moines. So. And then we obviously talked about it. And if you didn't get this month's Petra box, you missed out. But I have magnets. If you want a magnet,
find us at an event.
Message me. I'll mail them to you.
Oh,
I actually have a few that I'm going to put in the mail.
Already?
Yeah, a couple people.
Send them to your mom and dad and stuff like that.
A couple people reached out and was like, hey, I'd really like one of those. So,
if you are a Petrolbox subscriber, I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere on their website, to submit a picture of your car, get your own magnet.
That's true. If you're a subscriber.
Because that's cool.
I'm not sure where it's at.
I don't know either.
It's on the website. I know I've seen it many a time.
You might have to be logged in to see it.
Oh, yeah.
So you're not logged in.
Yeah, that would make sense.
That might be what it is.
MyPetrolbox.com, use the code TTP15, 15% off that first box, or anything that's currently available in the store, like the shirt that I am wearing on my back. So it came in the box that came with my magnet.
I'm like weirdly excited for it to be nice out so I can wash my vehicle in my driveway.
Because you have all of the cleaning products
because
from
I have
Petrolbox.
all the cleaning.
Yes.
Like last week there was a mitt, and like that was the last thing I needed.
Yeah.
Now I have a car wash mitt.
And it's so good.
And so I'm like weirdly excited for it to be nice enough on a weekend that I can wash my vehicle in my driveway.
At Christmas, we were at Jess's family, and obviously they know I'm into cars. So her parents got me like a Meguiar's?
Probably.
Whatever. Like the big bucket of like cleaning products that you get at like Walmart or whatever. This is like a 5-gallon bucket full of just cleaning stuff. And I didn't have the heart to tell them, like, I have like all of this. And it's all better. I'm sorry. I guess I'll use this on other stuff. But it's just like Petrolbox sends me this stuff all the time.
Yeah.
So next time, don't.
I'm excited to do that.
Yeah.
We were cleaning the house one day and we couldn't find like just a general hard surface cleaner.
Yep.
And I was like, this will work.
This interior cleaner?
This interior cleaner? Yep. I'm like in there, and it was the pumpkin spice one, I think it was. And I'm like in our kitchen spraying. And Kay's like, what are you using? And I was like, this stuff I got from Petrolbox. And she's like, I mean, I guess.
There was, whatever. I think either dogs tracked stuff in or like threw up on the carpet or something. And we were out of like the Resolve stuff. So yeah, I did the same thing. I was like, you know what? Maybe this will work. And I used like that carpet interior cleaner that I got. And I was like, it did a good enough job. Like it kept the stain out.
Yeah.
Or like, cleaned up the area. So
right.
Yeah. It's nice to have that stuff.
It's not bad. It's definitely stuff that, like, there's some of that stuff I mean, yeah, car soap, fine. But like most of that stuff I probably wouldn't have bought.
No.
Or at least not as nice as stuff.
No, it's
because the stuff you get is good quality.
It is high quality stuff. So yeah, not just like Walmart crap. So yeah, mypetrolbox.com. Definitely hit that up and then use the code. And if you want to pick and choose head over to the shop. And then, as always, Apex Pro. ApexTrackCoach.com. Use go 10/10. When you buy that Gen 2 unit, you also get a window mount with that code. But in all reality, I'm not saying go and get it. But one thing I do want you to do right now is to download the app. It is free on your Android or iPhone. Doesn't matter. And check out.
So excited to be able to say that.
Check out that new app. I need to go back and update mine before I get to the track now that I think about it.
So many people are like, well, if it was on an Android.
Well, it's on an Android.
No
now.
more excuses.
None. Yep, definitely. And then I have 2 demo units that you could, well, actually technically I have 3, but I have 2 demo units that you can use at events that I am at, or if I can get one to you before you go to an event that I'm not going to be at, interface with me. We'll see what we can do. I definitely want people to get in on this because the data that you get for this per dollar is unbeatable. And then even just using the app by itself without the unit still will get you better than most. So ApexTrackCoach.com or Apex Pro if you search in the Android or Apple Store. ApexTrackCoach.com. No one understood that because I said it too fast. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
And that's the show.
We done did it.
We did it. We'll be back next week.
Absolutely.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Next week.